I love this from Odegaard because he's showing leadership qualities. This is literally leadership qualities. Now in this play, you can see that Arsenal tiki-taka is back. Once again, look at the defensive line of Bayern Munich. Everyone defended. So literally in this instance, I don't blame Raya. The only two players I blame is Gabriel Magalhaes for doing that poor pass in the first place. So we all saw the match yesterday and see how Arsenal played well in certain instances, and then at other times they were so poor in certain transition. They were so poor. Bayern, for me, they didn't do much. But in this video, we're going to get into the analysis of the game. Let's get into it now. So this was the lineup, and something I was saying that, listen, I didn't want to see Kivior on the team. I wanted to see Tomiyasu, and because I believe that Tomiyasu will be better equipped to deal with the runs from Sane. And Kivior was basically, it was turned so easily, man. And this is it. I believe that he had to go tight to Sane because he can't open up himself to be one-on-one with Sane. So he had to go tight, try to win the ball as soon as Sane gets it. But that's a potential risk that if Sane beats him, then you have a free run and goal. But I think playing against pace, this is better suited for Kivior because he can't stand off and allow Sane to attack him because Sane would rip him. So he had to go tight, and unfortunately Sane was toying with him in this match, going on the inside, drifting in and out. It was not a good showing for Kivior, and I kind of expect that, to be fair, because Tomiyasu, we see that he's very good at one-on-one marking, so he would be good on Sane, and also he's very good at drifting back. He's good with pacey players, so overall Tomiyasu would be a better pick for me. But I believe that Arteta could be saving him for the second leg. I'm hoping it's that, because otherwise I don't understand why Kivior started over Tomiyasu, or perhaps he's still nursing an injury or something. I don't know, but that was one of the things. And also Declan Rice and Jorginho. If Jorginho played, I was thinking Rice and Partey, and seeing how Partey came on and played poor in the second half, I was thinking perhaps it's a good thing that Jorginho played. But the thing is, Jorginho, I didn't want him to sit, because then I know Kane is going to come, drop in midfield, come into those little pockets, collect the ball and start distributing it to the wingers, and that's exactly what happened. And if we play Jorginho, I wanted Jorginho to be more in the advanced role and Declan Rice sitting to basically control the midfield line, be it between I do want Declan Rice to be sitting to control the midfield line and also keeping Harry Kane on tabs, because I believe that Jorginho is too weak, is too small to do that. But Declan Rice is fit enough, is strong enough, is aggressive enough to deal with Harry Kane runs from midfield. Now this is another thing. I believe that we started very good. And even though the defense was a bit nervy, Bayern looked very nervy. To be fair, they looked really nervous when the match started. But our attacking players, I believe, started well, but our defensive players looked a bit nervy. Also, Saliba looked nervy from the first touch. He kept clearing the ball. Certain instances where he could have just took down on the chest, turn and pass. Sometimes I see him clearing it unnecessarily. But in this instance, Bayern started poor. And as we can see, we're pressing in a 4, in like a box-shaped 4. So right now we see we've isolated Lerma, we isolated Goretzka, and for me, this is a very good setup, and we've been doing this all season, and it's no different. How we started with Bayern. So Odegaard pressing high. Odegaard has been magnificent in this match, pressing a lot. Havertz has been magnificent in this match, pressing a lot. And we see now they're pressing Eric Dyer, which we all expect Eric Dyer to be making some form of mistakes, but he didn't make much mistake in this match, to be fair. So congrats to him. So first of all, we got a nice little interception there. Davis, which is normally very good on the ball. Well, that could be count as the first mistake from Eric Dyer, because that looks a bit too short. And Saka intercepting, and as soon as Saka intercepts, you see, look at this turn, look at the position of the players right now. This should have been the opening goal. Kai Havertz, acres of space. Declan Rice, acres of space. Odegaard, acres of space. But look how quickly Bayern Munich get back. So you see right now, Havertz back towards the defender, haven't got much options. But if it was a pacey player like Martinelli, I know it would, or Saka, he would control that ball and turn. Like on the first touch, it would put the ball towards the goal on the first touch, like turn with it, right? With a very good big touch as well inside the box, and then have a shot for the second shot. That would be a speedy player or a natural finisher's first instinct. But Kai Havertz, that was a poor touch. He still laid it off to Martinelli. Now in this position, I understand Martinelli taking the shot, but if you see, look at Declan Rice run, be more open, be more vigilant. Martinelli should have played that ball behind for Declan Rice, because if he play that ball behind for Declan Rice, then Kai Havertz is going to go in the box for a tap-in, Saka is going to be in the box, and he himself can go into the box for a tap-in. Odegaard could stay on the edge of the box ready for a sweep. So we have different up the way back into the left back position, you see, but he's doing his job very well. Gnabry covering wherever Benjamin White goes, covering his left back. And we see Odegaard. This is a very good look at that. That's basically open space right there between Lema and Davies. That's basically a through ball right there, and Benjamin White will be in through on goal. But that run is very, very brilliant for me, because then it confuses Bayern defense. Bayern set up a very good defensive line and a very good midfield. Their midfield was so dominant in this match, but by us interchanging like this, it gave them a lot of problem in this match. And I thought that we could have carried it on and potentially even scoring more by confusing them a lot in the first instances in the match. So we see Odegaard ignored White, but that showed you that White was ready for those runs. He was eager to make those runs. And we recycled the ball. So we're recycling, and right now Saka is making that run. So White, if you see White now, White is still in the same position, right? White is still in the same position, and he actually have Gnabry playing, allowing Bayern to play a 5 at the back. As you can see, there's 5 in that line. Davies is right now is playing left wing back, and that's something that Tuchel must have worked on, because they know Benjamin White. Often enough in the Premier League, managers I don't think account for Benjamin White playing in this kind of position. So sometimes you see Benjamin White overloading their left backs with Saka, but in this position you see Gnabry ready to work hard for the team, and that's something I love to see, because we're allowing Bayern to think about how we're playing. It's been too long that every team just come and play their game and beat us easily for years, but now you see Bayern Munich, one of the biggest teams in the world, trying to adapt to how we play. That's something to be that's something to be seen and understand in a situation like this, because first time in the Champions League in over a decade, and as soon as we're back, we're having the biggest teams in the league, in the Champions League, creating a strategy and how to cope with our type of system, with our type of strategies, with our type of playing. I'm encouraged. I'm really, really encouraged by things like that. So we see that Benjamin White creating that space now. Odegaard is going to look for Saka over the top, and that's a brilliant ball. That is a brilliant ball. You see the inside curl, the instep curl, some would say, curling to Saka. Saka is having a nice touch. Then you see him getting a bit of fortunate there to get that ball there. Benjamin White recycling Saka. Now I've been saying Saka needs to have more shots like this. I love the way his body is low, his head is over the ball, and he curled the ball bottom corner. That's like now this was it. We had 7 players in their box pressing them high, and that didn't leave no room for them to make errors. So you see, I think he could have literally passed the ball to William Saliba, just a big kick to William Saliba on the floor, or chip the ball to William Saliba on his right foot. He could have turned. He had the time to use his body and turn, pass to Kivio, use his body and turn, or pass to Declan Rice, or just kick the ball in row Z. There's so much different upward. The only player that was pressing is Harry Kane. Look at this. The only player, and look what he does. Now once again, that was so poor. And look at this. Now when that happens, now you see Gnabry ready. He's on the halfway line now, on the line of the halfway line, ready to pounce, ready to get in on the action. And now we see we have to start now defending. Now everyone is out of position. Kivio just missed that pass. We see Declan Rice now in this position. I'm expecting my centre mid to keep the ball, keep control of the ball, stopping the runs, blocking the run, especially if it's a very good midfield. Now look at Declan Rice. He's going to the man. Why is he? I don't understand. I've never criticized Declan Rice like this, but I don't understand what he was thinking about. He's speeding up. Now the only thing I can think about is trying to cut out the passing lanes between that player, Gyökeres. But if he would have understand position awareness, he would have known that by stepping out, he would leave a big gap in the center of defense. And He didn't have to get that ball. I know he's a player that wants to get stuck in, but yeah, just understand your surrounding. Now you see Jorginho trying to get back. If he had just stayed in defense, stayed where he is, Jorginho would have time to get back because Sane wouldn't be able to make that pass. But because he stepped out of position, look at this. Literally, now he realized that it's going to go behind him. It's not going to be in front of him. And now it's too late. Gyökeres already had a run on him. And that's what caused the problem. Now, that's a brilliant pass. And that's a brilliant finish by Gnabry. So, literally, in this instance, I don't blame Raya. The only two players I blame is Gabriel Magalhaes for doing that poor pass in the first place. And Declan Rice for not understanding his surrounding and not being more aware to see that, listen, that ball's going to be passed behind you, mate. There's no one behind you defending. You're that last man right there. And when he realized it was too late and Gyökeres already had a run on him. Now, straight after, I like this. I really like this because the reason being, this was after a build-up, right, got broken down. And you see that we still got Kai Havertz there. We've got Bukayo Saka, but we've got someone else in there. We've got someone that's not supposed to be there in there. And that was Jakub Kiwior. Now, Jakub Kiwior understand. He was getting in position. Then he saw the body shape of Martinelli. Then he realized that he could be in with a chance of scoring. And this is how I like how fluid the team is right now. The team is so fluid. Sometimes you see Benjamin White in that position, right? And then this time you see Kiwior, and Kiwior is not the best attacking left back or not the best attacking defender, but yet still you see him confident enough to go in these positions for headers. And it was unfortunate that it didn't lead to a goal. He got his head on it, but it was a bit far away out. Now in this play, you can see that Arsenal tiki-taki is back. Once again, look at the defensive line of Bayern Munich. Everyone's defending. Now, some might say that Bayern is parking the bus. I wouldn't say that they're parking the bus per se because they were they could be saying that they parked the bus but counter-attack because they weren't pressing high. They weren't pressing us high. So Bayern literally parked the bus. Yeah, it could be classed as parking the bus. Look at this. You've got all their players apart from Harry Kane in defending. Literally parking the bus. So we can't get to triple up and double up like how we normally are. Look at the position where Kai Havertz is in. Look at Saka, look at Odegaard. They can't get to double up and triple up like they normally do. So you have to see even Declan Rice is there right now. And it's unfortunate that we didn't get through certain positions because even now, Kai Havertz understanding and being aware could do a reverse pass right in Saka's path right there. Saka's making a darting run in the box right now. That could have been a reverse pass, but he went to Jorginho. Jorginho done a nice pass anyways. Unlucky that it didn't go down to Saka. But with this now, look what happens right now. Still Bayern have all their players in their box and we have 9 players. And then look what happens. That made 10. One switch, one little pass. Our whole defense is gone. One little pass, and I was scared when I saw this. You see, literally, I caught it midair. Odegaard pulling up because I was thinking he's going to take down Sane. That's a red card, right? And I was so happy that didn't happen because, man, we can't do without Odegaard. We would have lost that match without Odegaard. So, we see Sane bursting through. Declan Rice trying to get back, but not fast enough to be of any effect. We see Benjamin White bursting, we see Kiwior bursting, and we see Odegaard bursting. Now look where Odegaard is. I love this from Odegaard because he's showing leadership qualities. This is literally leadership qualities. He's doing the job of Saliba when we're starting to win all the second balls. In the first half, we weren't winning none of the second balls. Gyökeres, Musiala, and Lerma, they were the one that's basically winning the midfield back because they were winning most of the second balls, the first and the second balls. Now, we see that in the second half now, this is when Jesus came on, Trossard came on, the game changed drastically. And now we're starting to win the first and second ball. We see Declan Rice winning the first ball. And to be fair, with that angle, it looks like I said that. But when you analyze different angles, you realize that this guy was potentially hacked down. He was hacked down by Neuer, and that was a penalty. So overall, I believe that we played well. We came back from the dead, drawing 2-2. And it's a valuable experience for the boys. That's how I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it on the chin as an experience. We should have won that game, but I'm going to take it on the chin as an experience. Hopefully we'll go to their home, impose ourselves, play our game. I can see Arteta potentially sitting back more than how we were in this game, depending on how Bayern plays. We could potentially be sitting back more and basically trying to do the same thing Bayern done to us in this match. So that's the video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Once again, King Kwanzaa, your prize is ready for you. This is the last call for King Kwanzaa to claim your prize. If you don't claim your prize, next video I'm going to do a reshuffling and then give it to the person that won. So that's the video. Help me on my journey to 10,000k, guys. We're growing steady but surely. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.